radiation levels in the area. Mystery recapped here. Today, I am going to explain a science fiction drama film called Finch. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. The movie starts with a brief montage of Earth in ruins. A solar flare damaged the ozone layer 10 years ago, causing temperatures to climb to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Planet Earth has deteriorated into a mostly inhospitable wasteland, scorched by UV radiation and vulnerable to catastrophic weather phenomena. Finch, one of the few survivors, is shown at the start. He is a robotics engineer, equipped with a suit that protects him from the heat and the UV rays. Like any other day, he's scavenging for supplies with his robot Dewey. When he walks inside a store, his measurements suggest that UV radiation levels in the area are quite high. Meanwhile, the robot picks whatever is left in the store. Finch is then seen taking some dog food. After leaving, he marks the area so that he can keep track of the places that he's already scavenged. In the next scene, Finch travels through a deserted town that has been ravaged due to the ozone layer's depletion. The UV rays make it impossible for people to go outside. Hence, the majority of the city has been evacuated. Suddenly, Finch's suit emits a warning that a storm is approaching. He spins the truck around and slams on the accelerator while the giant storm chases him. Luckily, he manages to reach his underground laboratory, which was formerly owned by the firm for which he worked before the catastrophe hit. Later, we get to know that Finch is dying from tuberculosis. His dog and pal, Goodyear, is waiting for him at his big house. He hugs and kisses the dog, then prepares the food he found earlier. While Goodyear eats, Finch merely sips on a drink as the supplies are running out. Later, with the help of an AI, Finch uploads basic instructions on his new project, like how to care for a dog, how to do household chores, and so on. Since Finch loves Goodyear more than anything, he is working on creating a highly specialized robot to care for him after his death. This is sad, but it's also the first movie ever made where it's not the dog who's going to die. Finch has been conducting a lot of studies on UV rays and radiation exposure. Later, he removes Dewey's eyes and attaches them to his new robot. After turning the robot on, he starts transmitting data to it. After a lot of failed attempts to communicate, the robot finally nods its head, symbolizing that he is understanding what Finch is trying to convey. Finch is overjoyed by the reaction from the robot, and the fact that he's made it one step further. He also plays with his dog, believing that he might soon have a new friend. Finch then tells the robot to mention something about himself. The robot says that he has some rules, such as not harming humans. But the most essential rule is that in Finch's absence, he must take care of Goodyear at all costs. He is now covered in blood. When Jeff asks if he can help him, Finch responds that he has already done so. He then shakes Jeff's hand, and they hug. Here, Jeff is visibly upset, and we can see that he has emotions too. Jeff then assists Finch into the RV, where he lies down. Goodyear consoles Finch, while Jeff packs their belongings. Finch pats his beloved buddy on the back one more time, before passing away. The two then burn Finch on the plains, along with his UV suit. After they are done mourning, Jeff carries on Finch's daily routine, and feeds the dog. Later, they play fetch again. With Jeff, Goodyear starts to feel safe, and begins to change. Jeff also feels that Goodyear is now his responsibility, and the two set off again. He befriends Goodyear, who finally embraces him. When they finally arrive at the Golden Gate Bridge, Jeff constructs a memorial for Finch. There, they find several messages left by people for their loved ones, letting them know where they can be found. This concludes that there are more survivors, with the possibility of family members being reunited. In the final scene, Jeff sticks his drawing of Finch, Goodyear, and himself on the fence. The two of them then leave for somewhere new. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave